Hi, everybody. Welcome to 20 Questions, episode number 2 with Katey Greaney. Thank you, Katey, for being on. So we wanted to do this for multiple reasons. One, for her current customers, so they can get to know Katey a little bit more. Thought it would also be pretty cool to share with maybe people who are about to meet you, like at a new appointment, just to get to know, right, you. And then also for the consultants in our unit, in our growing national area, just to see that leadership team on the rise and get to know each other better. So we are going to dive right in. It really is 20 questions. So all right, Katey, here we go. What is your personal life like? Like, where do you live, married, kids?
So I currently live in Lynchburg, Virginia, and I've lived there pretty much my whole life. I am married to Kyle. He is a professor at University of Lynchburg, and we've been married almost a year, like in a week and a half. So that's pretty cool.
Awesome.
And then no kids, but looking forward to it in the future.
Very cool. And happy anniversary early.
Thanks.
So what did you do before Mary Kay?
So I was a music teacher, but I am still currently a music teacher. So I am still living that dream.
Aw, I love it. That's awesome. Not everyone can say they're living their dream. Yeah. So what was going on in life when Mary Kay found you?
Honestly, I was enjoying life and just living life, no like problems or, just, hanging out with my friends. And, Kyle was my boyfriend at the time. We weren't married yet, but, things we were just having a good old time and, just enjoying life.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very cool. And then what do you enjoy? Because you're still, like you said, a music teacher. What do you enjoy about what you do, that full-time job?
My favorite part about teaching in general, not just music, is just sharing my passion with my students. Seeing their faces light up when, you play a song they love or they get to sing a song or play an instrument. It makes my heart happy, and that's why I do what I do.
I love your background. Are you in your bedroom? What room are you in?
This is my extra bedroom, but it's like my classroom at home during this whole virtual thing. So
yes, gotcha. That's so fun. Okay, so what were your thoughts about Mary Kay before being involved with the company, either as a customer or as a consultant?
So I hadn't really been like involved in Mary Kay or really even had any consultants ever really approach me or anything. I mean, I'd always heard of like the Mary Kay lady. But like I said, I hadn't been in contact with one before. So I was invited to a party from a coworker, and it was a pop party, and that was all about makeup. And I love makeup. I always have. So I was like, yeah, why not? Let's just go. It'll be a fun time with girlfriends. And that's kind of all she wrote at that point.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I was doing the party. I remember where you were sitting. So, well, how did your thoughts and feelings maybe change as you got to know the company and the people more?
It definitely wasn't what I thought, but in a good way. I'd always heard, of course, I'm going to say it again, the Mary Kay lady. But you were never that to me. You were always so welcoming, inviting, and you made everyone at the party feel beautiful and all of that, and just made us feel really good about ourselves. So that made me want to keep coming back, and just enjoy that time spent with girls and, just being pampered. And, I learned a lot about myself in that whole process too.
Awesome. That is cool. I'm just like soaking it in. That's fantastic. So, okay. So speaking of loving the products and keep going back to more and more appointments, to keep, really feeling as you went back to the appointments, it was for more products, but it was also how it was making you feel, which was the attraction to go back. So, but what is one of your favorite products? I know you have a lot, and why?
I think I'm going to go with the liquid eyeshadows that I've been wearing a lot recently. I mean, they're simple. They've got a little shimmer. I think, I have it on today. So yeah, just simple, easy, and I love them.
You look so gorgeous. I know everyone's thinking that watching you. So, and I told Katey before we started, she just has lip balm on. Like, how does lip balm turn like that gorgeous on your lips? Amazing. Okay, so the next question is about Mary Kay's core beliefs. Mary Kay has 6 solid core beliefs. I'm going to review them really quick for those who maybe haven't been to an appointment where we go through the acronym belief. It'll be really quick. But as I'm sharing them and reminding you of them, Katey, the question is going to be, which one moves you the most and why? So the acronym belief, B, stands for the beautiful potential inside each person, that we all have seeds of greatness and we praise people to success. The E is the educational philosophy, right, that we teach our products. It's not a hard sell. L is love and golden rule. So this is very much a service company that we are a part of, treating others like we would want to be treated. I is important priorities, that we put God first, family second, and career third. The second E is enriching women's lives, which is our mission, which we do through the products for our customers, through consultants like you, through an opportunity, but outside the company, through the Mary Kay Foundation, donating to 2 causes to end domestic violence and end women's cancers. And then the F is financial freedom, that people, that women can have the opportunity to have either extra part-time income or truly a career income without sacrificing their values. So belief, there you have it. Okay. Which one is your favorite and why?
Okay, so I would have to go with the second E, which is enriching women's lives. That's the reason I joined Mary Kay. And they've given over $80 million to end women's cancers and end domestic violence. And most of you watching probably know, but my mom passed away from breast cancer. I'm okay. Last year. So immediately I was like, I can give back through this opportunity. So the next month I signed up. And that's my goal of giving back to hopefully keep this from happening to other women's mothers. So yes.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, it's the giving back of the heart for hope. I mean, there's so many different ways, to give back. So, right. I love it. And did she love Mary Kay? I'm trying to that.
She loved makeup in general. I bought her a few things here and there, and she was using it and loving it and everything. So yeah, she's why I love makeup in the first place. So it's kind of all wrapped into one.
Yeah, I feel like it keeps you connected. Like this Mary Kay family that you have connects you with your mom through that, that memory that you. Absolutely. I love it. So what is your goal short term? Could be this month, this quarter, and why?
Let's see. I do have a couple, but I'll kind of put them all into one. So I do have goals of team building and, hosting more parties and just meeting new people in that, whole entire thing. And just building my customer base through that, having parties and things like that. Mary Kay does reward us for meeting certain goals. And I've been eyeing that houndstooth red jacket. If you know me really well, I love houndstooth and it is gorgeous. And I can get that if I have 3 team members. And then we also get, prizes for meeting certain goals in sales as well. So I'm kind of tracking to do those.
Awesome. I love it. So well said. That was so good. I hope consultants watch this and learn, because you are so just fluid with your answers. Okay. So question number 10, what made you nervous or anxious during your first steps as a new consultant? And then there's kind of a part B. Does it still make you nervous, and why or why not?
I think the most thing that made me nervous was probably the money. Being a teacher, it's budget all the time, that's for sure. And not knowing that if I would get that back, if I did, make that investment. It's just, you don't know. But I don't really have that fear anymore, because I've definitely seen that return on my investment, and just the way that I've been interacting with people, it's totally worth it. And yeah.
I love it. Very cool. All right. Well, guess what? That was halftime, baby. You're 10 questions in. All right. So approximately, this is kind of an easy one. Approximately how many customers do you have?
I have between 30 and 40 right now. And they're kind of like a mix of people I already know, between friends and coworkers and people at church and family and things like that. So definitely looking forward to meeting new people and, just kind of expanding what I love doing.
Yeah, because that's your inner circle of people that you already knew in your first year.
Exactly.
So yeah, the branching out. I love it. You will. All right. What big dream do you have, or what's your motivation to work your Mary Kay business?
A more, I guess, right now goal, I would say, or dream, is to work on my debt and buy a house. That's really been kind of on the forefronts of Kyle and my mind recently, just to kind of stop renting and, put our money into something that's really worth keeping and being able to fix things when we want. And
Yes, yes,
like
that's
so.
awesome. I love it. Owning a home. So did you have this dream before signing up as a consultant?
I did, but it wasn't like it wasn't in like the forefront of my mind, knowing that having maybe a little bit of more income could help support that dream and support that goal really kind of was like, okay, we can kind of try to push forward with that.
Yeah, yeah. Put it back in the front, just like you said. Cool. All right. So there are a variety of reasons that cause people to maybe hesitate a little bit from signing up. So what almost held you back?
Probably again the money, but knowing that, like I said, once I kind of made that decision, like I'm gonna kind of put this back towards that Mary Kay Foundation and really kind of like help end women's cancers and domestic violence. I was like, you know what, we're just gonna take that leap, and it's been great so far. So
awesome. Very cool. All right. And then what has surprised you? Thank goodness that you took that leap through the fear.
yes,
Right. And that fear but then you still kept moving forward through it. And that's what we got to do. We got to walk through the fears, right? Because they're not going to go away just because we want them to. So you took action. So as you were taking action and moving forward, what has surprised you about your journey so far?
I think I've become more confident in this whole entire journey. Not only, of course, the products make me feel beautiful and make my skin awesome, but I haven't, not just that, but just kind of being around, you and being around, our team members and Kelly, my recruiter and friend, and has just kind of given me that support behind to say, yeah, let's just do it. Like, doesn't matter what happens. And I think with that comes that confidence, which I never really had growing up. I was very shy and, very introverted, which I'm still introverted, but, I can still, put myself out there when I need to. And now that I'm doing it more, it's coming way easier. So
very cool. Very cool. And really I remember that journey. I mean, you went to a lot of parties. I mean, you were building that repertoire of Mary Kay products.
Oh yeah.
So,
I love
I think almost part of it too was, I mean, you went to every single party twice. So, I mean, you went to at least 8 parties before signing up. I think it's like, okay, 1, hello, wholesale discount. But 2, it was like, am I going to keep going to these same parties and learning the same thing? Because you loved the people and you love the environment. And so now you get it on that other level. So,
absolutely.
So, okay. So that was more about your journey. What has blown you away about this opportunity, the company, that you didn't realize before joining?
I realized the company itself is a absolutely wonderful company. They're not just, of course, giving back to Mary Kay Foundation, but they're wonderful at customer service. Any little thing that goes wrong, they're like, oh, no, wait, we're going to fix it. And we're going to fix it in a really awesome way. Just a small little story. I had 2 lipsticks that had broken like all the way down, and I couldn't use them because they would just like fall and crack and do weird things. And I emailed the company, and literally like the next day they had 2 new ones in the mail sent to me so I could use them. And it was great. No questions asked. They didn't ask for me to return the lipsticks. It was just kind of an immediate thing. And that's just a small story, but they've done so many other things on bigger levels and huge scales too. So
yeah. Well, and when the company, it's such a trust, right? There's integrity and trust on both sides.
Absolutely.
And, when you can trust in the little things, it builds the trust for the bigger things. When you just said there was something big, I'm like, oh my gosh, we just experienced the big with seminar. You want to tell that story? Crazy.
Sure. So let's see, seminar was all virtual this year instead of being in Dallas, and it's a 3-day event, and the kickoff event was on Thursday night, right? Yeah, Thursday night. And we were all ready to go and watch it, and it never happened. There were some huge technical difficulties. They had, I guess, outsourced through another company to kind of run everything. And I don't think all of their technology could handle it with all the people that were
handle all these Mary Kay women watching at the same time.
So yeah, but we made lemonade out of lemons, and we just had a good time talking on Zoom and kind of had our own little opening night of seminar and learned a lot. So
Yeah.
But
and then the company,
yes, they came back, and we did have to register for seminar and pay a fee, and they returned our fee to us, no questions asked. So, and we already got it, so it's great.
Unbelievable. And then because of that, opened it up to everyone, even the people who didn't register.
Right.
So it's like they're always the and then some.
So it's been so great just having that company that you can trust and they trust in you. So
that's awesome. I love it. Okay, so these are fun. Well, they're all fun, but what advice would you give to a new customer?
A new customer to try the products. I never had a problem with that, clearly. But if you're like, I don't know if it'll be right for my skin, or if I like that color, I would just say do it. Or we can have like one-on-one, just samples, host a party, just to kind of try things out. I think that's the best way. I mean, I fell in love with almost every single product because I tried them on, and I was like, oh, I need that, and I need that, and I need that. And if it doesn't work, the company again offers 100% guarantee, so you really don't lose. And if you don't like that shade, you can exchange it. If you want your money back, you can get your money back. So it's just so many good things with that. But always try those products. You can't really lose out.
Awesome. All right, good advice. And now, what advice would you give to a new consultant?
New consultant, to not be afraid to ask questions. I think internally, everyone's kind of afraid if you're new at something to ask questions because you don't want to look like you don't know what you're talking about, but you don't know what you're talking about, and that's okay.
Right.
I just started a new job. I feel that way every day, but that's okay. So yeah, don't be afraid to ask questions. I mean, about anything, products, how to make an order, how do I send this text to this customer or this potential customer, anything. Because if you don't ask, you don't know, and that's how you learn.
That's right. I love it. Okay, and why? There's 2 questions left. Why do you stay in Mary Kay?
Something I didn't think that I would need out of it is the sisterhood, and I've loved that. And I was going to say this earlier, but I didn't. But I never, I guess in high school, I didn't really have this huge group of girlfriends that I would hang out with. When I got to college, I had such a good group of girls, and I hope some of you guys are watching now. And they were that group. And then when we graduated college, we kind of all went our separate ways, and kind of having that again has been so wonderful. Just to ask anything too, almost, so I think that's something I didn't think I needed, but I ended up really, really needing in my life. And, also going back, the giving back, and do it for my mom. So
I love it. Very cool. And then the last question, what is one of your favorite quotes or mantras?
All right. I love this. If anyone knows me, I love shiny and sparkly things. So don't let anyone ever dull your sparkle. And I have this in my classroom, so I think it's really important. I see it as everyone has special gifts and talents and even personalities, but don't let anybody take that away from you. That is you. That is your God-given talents and gifts and personality. So use them, and don't let anybody stifle them.
Oh, so good. Katey, so good. And your earrings are so sparkly. They go right along with it, right? They're fantastic. So on the banner on the bottom, you can see there's a link. So those of you who watch, whether if you're watching live now or the recording later, which it's going to be in Katey's Facebook customer group, but also on YouTube. So could be anybody that watches. That link down there takes you to just a few questions, and it helps her out so much because we track exposures, truly exposures. Like when we do a product appointment, it's faces, how many faces showed up. So with this, how many people got exposed to a little bit more of Katey's story? And so doing that link and asking a few questions is what helps her get credit. We truly acknowledge, and she gets credit for all the goals and the prizes that she gets to win. So the fun thing too, what was the fun thing? Oh, that there's only a few questions.
Okay.
There's only a few questions. She answered 20. Yeah, there's not 20. It's 3 or 4 super simple questions. So we hope you go there. Katey, you rocked it out. You are gorgeous inside and out. Love it. The epitome of what. Aw, it was fun. It was fun. And look, right under 20 minutes. That was the goal, right? To do 20 questions.
I'm proud of myself. I didn't ramble.
Yeah, you did fantastic. I can't wait for you to watch the replay. I know you will. All right. So we will sign off and say bye. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.
Bye.